How you doing there? Scottish Trucker Tommy here. Got a little business video, little ideas, little bit of a insight into what I see. I'm not saying that I'm right, but I might be. I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. That'd be great. Hi YouTube, Scottish Trucker Tommy here. Got a little couple of quotes that stuck in my head and I want to make a little business video. I haven't done one of these for a while. I don't think I'm the authority in everything that there is in trucking. I don't think I'm a high success, but I've made enough mistakes and gotten some things right and gotten some things wrong to know what way to step at different times. So I was listening to a video tonight where Warren Buffett, the great investor, made a quote, and he says, when people are getting greedy, be fearful, and when people are being fearful, get greedy. So anybody wants to have their own truck, or if they've got one, they want to have more, or build a fleet, or do something for themselves, you look for opportunities, and opportunities are not like buses in the city. They don't come along every 2 minutes. You only get a few really good opportunities in your life, and you should grab them when they come along. All right. This greedy, when people are being greedy, be fearful. A year and a half ago, everybody thought they wanted to have a truck. Rates were great, fuel was reasonable, and you could make a lot of money very, very quickly. But equipment became highly expensive because everybody wanted a truck. And so it's really good for me to see that Warren Buffett quote and think, I think I got it right that one time in my whole life, because then everybody was saying to me, you need to buy more trucks, newer trucks, you need to get, spend more money on equipment. And I knew in my gut that the bubble would burst. It just couldn't keep going up, but everybody thought it was going up. And people are a bit like sheep. I watch a lot of these farming videos on YouTube, and if you see a herd of calves or cows getting rounded up and shoved into the back of a bull hauler, if one of them breaks away at the side, they all follow it. But it just takes one of them to run up that chute into the trailer and everybody runs behind it. And that's what was happening with the trucking. Everybody was wanting to buy a truck. Everybody thought they were going to kill the fatted calf. Hey, that ties in quite well there. And everybody thought it was going to be the land of milk and honey, and it would keep going up and you would just keep making fortunes, and just the demand for the trucks drove the price of a used truck to double. I've got friends who did not get fearful when everybody was getting greedy, who went out and bought loads and loads of trucks and spent over 200 grand in each new truck and over 120 grand in each new trailer. And now I don't really want to ask them about how they're doing, because it's probably a heartbreaking thing for them, because they have jumped in. So that was me being a little bit fearful when everybody was being greedy. Now that everybody's fearful and we've kind of survived that, not everybody did, a lot of people bit it. But now that everybody's a bit fearful, if you're in business and you're trying to create something and build something, it's probably a good time for you to be greedy and try to make some moves into getting some other equipment. I have not seen equipment this low in a long, long time. I was offered a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia yesterday for less than 50 grand with 500,000 miles on it. Our Cascadias that we've bought are fantastic trucks. if you're looking to get into trucking, this is probably as good a time as any. What else have I got written down here? See, if in the UK right now, the coach market, people are spending fortunes to buy 7-year-old coaches, you know, £120,000, where 12 months ago, maybe 18 months ago, you get it for half that. And the same thing is probably going to come there, where the market, the demand for it evens out, and then you're upside down in equipment. So it's a good time to get into trucking if you're in it. Just like if you buy a house that's worth 300 grand, you buy it, and then the market value of that house goes down 200. Have you lost 100,000? Only if you sell it, right? If it goes up, you're going to have to sell it. If you want to sell it, you have to buy something else. It's probably going up as well. So back to the truck situation there. I'm almost going to lose my train of thought here. But if you've bought a truck and the value, the cost of it is more than what it's valued at right now, you're probably in the same boat as everybody else that buys a truck. Because if you buy something that's depreciating probably quicker than you can pay it off for the first couple of years anyway, it just means that if you bought it a year and a half ago or a year ago at the peak, it's only worth less than you owe on it if you sell it, you know. So the trick there is just to keep it. That same Warren Buffett guy said you shouldn't, you know, getting wealthy is not because you're highly intelligent, it's because of your temperament as a human being. If you're buying a stock for 10 minutes, like some people buy these stocks and buy and sell them, says if you're buying a stock for 10 minutes, you should be able to be prepared to keep it for 10 years. And I don't think you should keep a truck for 10 years by any means, but when people panic and all follow the sheep and think, oh, my truck's worth less, you know, the rates are coming back. If you're in it and you've taken the effort to get into it because you thought it was a good thing to do, it probably still is. Just because your asset at this moment in time is worth less than what you paid for it or what you owe on it, you don't need to actually make that happen, that you've lost money, and go ahead and sell it, right? Just keep it, work it, stay in the business. Or if you're looking to get in, it's a good time to get in. And then I'm going to try and remember this quote, right? But it's a Shakespeare quote. Yeah, you think about that. You heard it here first, that I was received an education at one period in time. It says, there is a tide in the affairs of man, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. Omitted, all their lives are bound in shallows and in miseries. Upon such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves or lose our ventures. So basically, there's a tide in your affairs in your life, and if you don't take it, you'll be like a lot of people that think, you know, I could have done that, and then, you know, I could have been there, I should have been there, I should have taken that risk, because there's not a lot of chances come around and there's not a lot of perfect timings. In my opinion right now is a good time to be buying a bit of equipment, because the banks have got them in repossessions. The finance institutions don't have many people to lend to anymore, you know, so it's a good time to borrow. Interest a little bit higher, but equipment is a lot lower. So that's my little thinking in that. There's another, I've got a friend who's passed away now, but he was a bit of a guru to me, and he is famous to me for saying, if you do something and it works out, you're a hero. If you do the exact same thing and it doesn't work out, you're an idiot for trying. And then there's another quote that says, success has many fathers and failure is an orphan. Nobody wants to know you if it fails, you know, or claim that it was their idea as well and they helped with it. But if you're Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan or some of these people that have made it and they're, you know, successful athletes, you can be guaranteed that everybody's saying, oh, I taught that boy in 2nd grade, or I was his high school teacher, or I was his Sunday school teacher, I was his mentor, I was his friend, claiming, you know, that they had something to do with the success. So if you're going to be creating something and get into business and want to make something and create a business and to earn some money, I don't think there's a worse time than now, a better time than there is now. I think this is one of the best times with the price of equipment to step in there. Like the Warren Buffett guy says, when people are getting greedy, get fearful, and when people are getting fearful, start to get greedy. And you know, another thing is when they say that when people are going down the road and they're looking in the rear view mirror and they can see historically they've made money doing this, oh, we better keep doing this, then it doesn't mean to say that what's ahead of them is the right time. Whereas if they look behind and there's not a lot of money being made, like the last 12 months in trucking, that doesn't mean to say that that's how it's going to be in the next 12 months. So I always think it's good to just have a little look around and see what the rates are, see what the cost of fuel is, and figure out your way into doing something, because it will come back. It always goes in cycles. Anybody that's as old as me and been doing it for a while knows that the market goes up when it goes down. And when the stock market crashed in Black Monday, it's a great time to buy stocks right after that. If you look at the graphs and the charts and when things go, 2020 there was a stock market drop. It was a good time to buy them, but you don't want to be buying stocks when they're at their highest. You know, you want to get in when they're low, and it's the same with buying trucks. You know, if you know, we're trying to grow as fast as we can and try to make the most of this market. So that's just my thoughts. You know, if you have any questions, you know, throw them in if you've got any thoughts. And I think I'm an idiot for saying these type of things, but hey, I've just tried it. I've walked through the freaking landmines and stood on them and blown myself to bits, so I know where some of the landmines are, fair to say. And I see where I did get it right and didn't buy tons of equipment that was really expensive. I bought one trailer. I bought a 2019 trailer last year for $83,000, and I put 17 grand down deposit on it because it was an insurance. When one get wrecked and I had to replace it, but I got a lot of money for the one that was written off, and then I put that towards the other one. But I've paid that for a year now, and I'm probably still upside down on it because you can buy a 2020 for about 55 now. So it's just the way the thing go. But I had to have it because I had a truck and nothing to pull it. If I didn't have the truck without, you know, I would never have gone and bought another trailer. But I got it right, I think. But I think the way forward now is to take advantage of the low prices of equipment, snap them up, put men in them, and be ready there for when the prices, the rates come back, the work comes back. It's a good time of year. The increase lately seems to be more of a trend rather than a little blip to jump up, you know. So we're going to have a go. We're going to keep try to grow, and hopefully it works. If it doesn't, then I'll be one of these guys that's fearful. So thanks for watching. I hope you watched this to the end. If you have, I salute you and give you a medal. Thanks for watching. See ya. Good luck.